Hey, Blue Table fans, I'm burning up Film World tonight, showing you some cool models. These are Neuritic Horrors from Cool Mini or Not's Wrath of Kings game. And hopefully you can see those in the okay light here. They're painted pretty dark, which is kind of my style. I was at Valhalla and there was a guy there with a Trollbloods army I had painted. In fact, I think I made a video about it. And boy, I was like, wow, this is like really dark. But it had its, you know, it had like really bright points in it too. And it didn't look bad. It's just the style of painting. So anyway, these are for the Hadros faction. I'm using them as moon beasts. And I have a skeleton here, a human-sized skeleton, just to show you the scale. So these things, these are pretty big. Now, in Pathfinder, which is what I'm running these for, the real D&D, in my opinion, a medium creature, you would put that on a 1-inch base or a 25mm base. A large creature, like an ogre or whatever, would go on a 40mm base and take up 2 squares by 2 squares. And then the next creature up is a huge creature, which takes up 3 by 3. Of course, these are on an oval, and so they don't quite fit in exactly the 3 by 3. But it'll do. And so actually a huge creature would probably go more on something like this. So here's the large base. Then a huge creature would be the next one up from that, taking up a 3-inch by 3-inch square. So anyway, I'm using these as moon beasts. I don't know if I mentioned that already. And I did some pretty good cork work on these, but again, it's pretty dark. And when you do cork work or slate work, you can't just slap it on there haphazard. It has to make a little sense. You got to burrow it out a little bit, create little crevices, little half pieces here that sort of break it up. Not sort of, that do break it up. But anyway, these guys are supposedly in the Wrath of Kings world. They're these aberrations made out of coral. So they're these coral creatures. But I just got them because I think they're really cool. And with the ultimate fantasy role-playing thing that I'm doing, I can just pick the models I like and just do those. Why not? Makes me very happy. I have a little bit of leeway in life right now to do things that interest me just because they interest me. So, let's take a look at the next thing. Now, in my Friday night game, for which I'm doing miniatures but not terrain, I have my my 2 sons are in it, and my younger son finds an owlbear cub, and I happened across this set, which is inspired by the art of D. Terlizzi. Some of you may recognize him as a prominent fantasy author, and it's an owlbear mother and the 2 cubs. So again, the skeleton for scale. Let me zoom in on these guys. Oh, this camera's just barely on there. There we go. And guys, I am running out of battery. That is really makes me sad. So this is going to cut off for no apparent reason. Let's get in actually a little bit closer. There we go. So an